So any question given in properties of triangles can be straight away tried for cross verification of the comfortable triangle. What is a comfortable triangle among all these triangles is an equilateral triangle. You can keep small a is equal to small b is equal to small c. You can verify the options, or otherwise you can put angle a is equal to angle b is equal to angle c is equal to 60 degrees, and you can verify. So marking the object to answer is important. That is why that property we make use of if it is a general property. If it is a general property, we make use of an equilateral triangle to mark the answer. So if at all it is not a general property, then you have to obviously go for all the formulae. Okay, so let me at a glance let me revise all the formulae which you have learned, and I'd like to know, when did you finish your properties of triangles? How long back?
2 or 3 weeks.
Pardon me?
2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, so recently only. That's good. So let us have a which you have already learned. I will highlight them first. First of all, the triangular inequality, very, very important, please. Triangular inequality is that sum of any two sides of a triangle must be greater than the third side. Otherwise, triangle cannot be formed. Importantly, sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side, then only triangle will be formed, otherwise not. Similarly, difference of any two sides must be less than the third side, and obviously I need not have to insist on this one. Sum of the angles of a triangle is always equal to 180 degrees. And then this is a basic formula. These are the basic formula you know about a triangle. Next is the sine rule. Sine rule, please. Sine rule, A by sine A is equal to B by sine B is equal to C by sine C. That means the sides and sines of their angles are always proportional. The sides of a triangle and the sines of their angles are always proportional. So this K is nothing but 2R. 2R is nothing but the circumdiameter. What is a circumdiameter? If you take any triangle here, you can see there is a circumcircle formed to the triangle here. There is a circumcircle formed here. That circumcircle diameter is nothing but 2 capital R. In the standard notations, please. These are the standard notations. Standard notations of the terms that are in properties of triangles. The parameters that we use in properties of triangles is that 2R is the circumdiameter. Circumdiameter of the circumcircle of the triangle ABC, of the circumcircle of the triangle ABC is 2R, 2 capital R. Okay, this one. So how sine rule can be applied in the problems? How sine rule can be applied in the problems? See, whenever you get A, instead of A, mostly you can make use of 2R sine. B is equal to 2R sine B. C is equal to 2R sine C. Okay. Now, A is to B is to C is obviously sine A is to sine B is to sine C. I don't want to insist on this one, but important one. The sine rule. Sine rule. Okay. Now we are not going to see the problems here. These are all the problems we'll be discussing later separately. Now, first one is sine rule, and second one is cosine rule. Cosine rule, you can see a square is equal to b square plus c square minus 2bc cos a, or cos a is equal to b square plus c square minus a square by 2bc. This can be applied, but the problem the problem you face in problem solving. What is the problem you face in problem solving is that after learning all the formulae, which formula is to be applied and where it is to be applied is a big confusion. So that is the reason why you must have a clear idea about the data given. So if it is a triangle ABC, you know the side which is opposite to angle A is nothing but small a. And this is small b, this is small c. If two sides and included angle are given, like this, two sides given and included angle given, then you have to make use of cosine rule. Remember, whenever two sides and included angle is given, you can apply cosine rule to find out the other side. So a square is equal to b square plus c square minus 2bc cos a. This is the formula. Important formula, cosine rule. After sine rule, you have the cosine rule. And the advantage in properties of triangles is that, if you learn one formula, that can be transformed to the other formula with the cyclic order, like A after B. After A, B comes, after B, C comes, after C, A comes. So you need not have to learn all the three formulas. If you learn one formula, it can be transformed to the remaining two by simply converting A to B and B to C and C to A, like that. So similarly, the case of angles also, after angle A, angle B comes, after angle B, angle C comes. So this is cyclic order will be comfortably followed in the properties of triangles. So number one, sine rule. Number two, cosine rule. Number three, here should be projection rule, I think. Yes, projection rule. What is a projection rule again? Why projection? How projection? See, this is very simple, and derivation of this also you must learn. Not only that, even the rest of them also. If you learn the derivations, even the question is twisted, you will be able to answer it very easily. So in this case, if you want to split A into two terms, if you want to split small a, what is small a? The side A, which is opposite to the angle A. If you want to split it, then drop a perpendicular from A onto BC, which is the projection. Drop a perpendicular from A onto BC, which is the projection. That is the reason why it is said to be projection rule. Now, let me name this. Let me name this AD. Okay. Now, I need this BD plus DC. My small a is now BD plus DC, please. What is BD? What is BD? Adjacent side to this angle B. Just to see that. Adjacent side to angle B. So what is small c here? Hypotenuse. So in this triangle, I write cos B. What is cos B? BD by C. What is cos B? BD by C. What is BD? What is BD? C cos B. Similarly, take this DC here. DC. Cos C is nothing but DC by B. So what is DC? B cos C. Done, please. It is done. So small a is equal to A cos B cos A plus C cos B. Small a is equal to, within 2 steps I have shown it. Very simple, very simple. Why it is said to be projection rule? You will drop a perpendicular from A onto the side. That is why it is said to be projection rule. Now in the cyclic order, obviously, you can write the remaining also. Small b is equal to C cos A plus A cos C. Something like that. Okay. Now, how to remember this? How to remember this? Simple. You observe the formula here. Observe the formula here. We are writing small a here. you don't get any small a in the formula or capital A. You don't get any small a or capital A in the formula. Of course, so you are finding small a. You avoid capital A. Capital A is the angle. Avoid this and write the formula in terms of, if you write B, then use cos C. If you write C, then use B. Like this. This is for small a. Like that, it is a projection rule. Okay. Next. That is a projection rule. So far we have seen three now. This Apollonius Theorem. Apollonius Theorem. Apollonius Theorem, just let me tell you the statement of it. In every triangle, the sum of the squares of any two sides is equal to twice the square on half the third side together with twice the square on the median that bisects the third side. What it means, this is b square plus c square. This is b square plus c. It can be proved, of course. It can be proved. B square plus c square is equal to twice of h square plus m square. What is h here? This is h. The half of the side BC, h plus m is the length of AD. That's it. So you can say this as twice of BD square plus AD square. That's it. This is Apollonius Theorem. Apollonius Theorem. B square plus C square is equal to twice of BD square plus AD square. One more important thing I'd like to tell you here. That is, if you want to have the proof of any such formula, I think you have properties of triangles in your board exam, no? Respond. Boys
Yes,
and girls, please respond. Whether do you have this in your 12th board
sir,
exam
we
or
have
not?
it in our board exam.
क्या बेटा प्रथमेश?
बोर्ड एग्जाम में है
बोर्ड एग्जाम पे है.
ये इनवर्स ट्रिग्नोमेट्री और
Yes. तो इसका पक्का पक्का सीखना पड़ता है. तो कोई भी प्रूफ आया तो एग्जाम में अगर ऐसा कोई प्रूफ आया तो ये प्रूव करना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल दे दिया. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई एम सेइंग, then how to proceed, simply place it on the x and y axis. That's what I said in the beginning. It should be common to all the triangles. Whatever the property you write, it should be common to all the triangles. That's what I'm saying. So you make use of right angle triangle and prove it. It will be very simple then. It will be very simple. Your proof goes very easy then. Take it as C, for example. Then this is capital C, this is small c, this is small a, this is small b. Now drop a median from A onto BC and prove it. Remember this, whenever a particular property is difficult to understand, or difficult to understand the answer, difficult to prove, or difficult to get the option, then simply place the triangle on x and y axis. If it is a general property. If it is a particular triangle property, we cannot say that. We cannot do that. But if it is a general property, you make use of right angle, the triangle, and then you can prove it. Okay? Even in your board exam also. What I'm saying. Okay, next. Napier's analogy or tangent rule. Simply we call it as tangent rule. So far we have seen sine rule, cosine rule, projection rule, and tangent rule. This is the tangent rule. Tangent rule is tan of a minus b by 2 is equal to a minus b by a plus b into cos c by 2. And it can also be understood easily. You have a minus b by 2 here, and similarly this is converted to small letters a minus b by a plus b, like component on dividend. You can remember like that. And whatever ab is used, that is not here. You have other one, c. So remember the law for tangents or tangent rule, tan of a minus b by 2 is equal to a minus b by a plus b cot c by 2. Cot c by 2. Okay. Now this Smallwood's rule If you remember, that's great. But if you don't remember also, of course, we can. Did you work on Malvich's rule, please? Boys and girls, respond.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Do you know that?
We don't.
Very good. So this is Malvich's rule. A plus b by 2 is equal to cos of a minus b by 2 by sine c by 2. Similarly, a minus b by c is equal to a plus b by c. A plus b by c is equal to cos of a minus b by 2 divided by sine of c by 2. A minus b by c is equal to sine of a minus b by 2 divided by cos c by 2. How do you get it? Simply by applying sine rule. A plus b is nothing but twice 2r into sine a plus sine b whole divided by 2r sine c. This 2r gets cancelled and apply transformation formula or factorization formula. 2 sine a plus b by 2 into cos a minus b by 2. Even if you forget also, you can simply do it like this. Divided by 2 sine c by 2 cos c by 2. So this is 90 minus c by 2 cos c by 2. This is cos c by 2 getting cancelled. 2 getting cancelled and cos a minus b by 2 by sine c by 2. This is what? The formula, Malvich's formula. That's not, you can even write direct steps also for that one. If you remember, you can write the formula. You can write the result directly. That's a result, in fact. Next, area of the triangle plays a major role here, and you have many more formulae for that one. That is to be remembered. Now, first one is half AB sine C or half BC sine A. Please, all of you, delta, half BC sine A. Okay, how to understand that this formula can be applied? Two sides and included angle is given. That's it. Two sides given, and its included angle is given. What are the two sides here? B and C. What is the included angle here? A. When it is given like this, you can find out the area. You can find out the area. So when three sides of the triangle are given, then you know it is Brahmagupta's formula. They named it as our formula only. They named it as Heron's formula, but it is our formula only purely. It is proposed by, it is there in our books, Brahmagupta's formula. This is delta is equal to root over S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C, where S is equal to A plus B plus C by 2, which is not a new formula. Everyone knows this from your lower classes itself. Next one. Delta is equal to ABC by 4R. This is also a formula which you have to learn, which is not there in your lower classes. ABC by 4R. R is the circumradius. R is the circumradius, capital R. And this is not also given preference. Next fourth formula is not also given preference. And just observe this. Observe this. When this formula to be applied, when two angles and included side is given. When two angles and included side. Like what? Like what? This is the triangle. Here you are given small a. You are given angle B, angle C. Then you have to make use of this formula. Otherwise, what happens? You will have to have lengthy simplifications. Lengthy simplification. In other ways also you can find out, but if it is used, then it is a direct formula. A square sine B sine C. This is A square sine B sine C, included angles, whole divided by 2 sine of B plus. It is derived from this only. We can do that. We can do that. Do you know this formula? Respond, please.
No.
So make a note of it. If two sides and if a side and included angle, Side and included angles are given. Then you have to make use of this formula a square sine b sine c by 2 sine of b plus c. A square sine b sine c by 2 sine of b plus c. Next one.
So,
Yes.
so how many questions comes from this chapter?
It is for advanced only. You don't have this in mains.
But we have done properties of triangles with Vinayak sir, and 12th में भी है.
ठीक है बेटा. This is a topic only for advanced examination. I'm saying, not for main. Don't have this topic in main exam. Do you know that or not?
Okay.
First of all, you tell me.
No sir, not know that until now. मुझे लगा mains में भी था, advanced में भी था.
नहीं बेटा, नहीं. Properties of triangles. Not for main, only for advanced. Heights and distances only for main, not for advanced. Sets and relations only for main, not for advanced. I'll make it more clear like this.
Yes, sir.
Properties of triangles is there only for advanced but not for main, and heights and distances are there only for main but not for advanced, and sets and relations are there only for main but not for advanced. So properties of triangles is an advanced topic, and that is the reason why I'm saying this, Dhananjay. We cannot predict anything बेटा. इसमें एडवांस में कुछ प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन जनरली एक तो क्वेश्चन आएगा मेरे ख्याल से. एक क्वेश्चन तो आएगा.
हाँ.
That is the reason why we cannot predict that. If it is main examination, generally we can follow a blueprint like, but advanced examination, we cannot say that. ठीक है बेटा? That's it. So in the area of triangles, you have this formula, and coming to now, even in this one also, in the advanced also, it is given a solution of triangles, not properties of triangles. It is given a solution of triangles. And one more thing I have forgotten to discuss that is that whenever three angles of a triangle are given, you cannot find the area. Area cannot be found out. Anyone, do you imagine why it cannot be?
Infinite triangles.
You get infinite triangles with the same angle. For example, this is one triangle with angles ABC. This is one triangle. Now you can make one more triangle with the same angles like this. Angle will not change, but the length of the side changes. That's it. Like that, many triangles can be formed when only the angles are given. In this case, area cannot be found out. Area cannot be found out. Parshu is there in the class?
Yes, sir.
Late आया क्या क्लास में?
नहीं सर, हूँ मैं स्टार्टिंग से.
जब मैं विश किया था आपका नाम नहीं लिया था क्योंकि वो लिस्ट में नहीं है आपका नाम. ठीक है. These are called half angle formulae. Half angle formulae. Why half angle? Sine A by 2, sine B by 2, sine C by 2. So sine a by 2 root or s minus b s minus c by bc, cos a by 2 root or s into s minus a by bc, tan a by 2, divide these two, bc gets cancelled, s minus b s minus c by s into s minus c. I hope you have learned all this. Now, importantly, tan a by 2 can be expressed in terms of delta. You can see s minus b, s minus c. S minus b, s minus c. This one. If you divide now, you'll get tan a by 2. Then you'll get root or s minus b, s minus c by s into s minus c. So, if you realize the numerator, if you release the numerator from the root, that is multiply with s minus b, s minus c, then this will become delta. So, this is comfortable to use. Tan a by 2 is equal to s minus b, s minus c by delta, and cot a by 2 is s into s minus a by delta. This is also comfortable to use. These are half angle formula. Half angle formula. Okay, that's what he mentioned here. But he gave only tan a by 2, but I mentioned cot a by 2 also. Cot a by 2 will also have the prominence in the problems. This is tan a by 2. Do you know this?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Next. Did you work out any objectives in properties of triangles?
We did up to boards level, sir, और एंड में उन्होंने थोड़े थोड़े किए थे मेंस लेवल के सम्स. मेंस में मतलब सर ने इंजीनियरिंग एग्जाम से उठाए थे सम्स.
जो एमजे का बुक है ना उसमें थे अच्छे लेवल के.
अच्छा. Right. Now, finally, circle connected with a triangle. Say one is circumcircle, other one is incircle. This one is circumcircle. This one is in means inside. In circle, X circle. Next will be X circle. Circles, how many circles are related to a triangle? One is circum, another one is in. Circumcircle ka radius capital R, in circle ka radius small r. Or you will have X circles also. X circles radius are denoted by R1, R2, R3, like this. This is R1. R1 is the radius of X circle opposite to the vertex A. Opposite to the vertex A. That is R1. Similarly, R2, R3. You have good relations between these three. Did you learn this also? Respond, please. R1 is equal to delta by S minus A, R2 is equal to delta by S minus B, R3 is equal to delta by S minus C. Did you learn this or not? R1 is equal to S tan A by 2, R2 is equal to S tan B by 2, R3 is equal to S tan C by 2. And R1 can be simplified like this. All this can be simplified like this, but the main formula you have to remember, R1 delta by S minus A, R1 S tan A by 2, rarely used. This one also rarely used. But this one is frequently used, delta by S minus A. And similarly, you have one more also, 4R sine A by 2, cos B by 2, cos C by 2. Sine A by 2, cos B by 2, cos C. This is R1. So R1 has three formulae, and similarly R2, R3, and R also. R is equal to delta by S. And it is better you remember this as a standard result. Cos A plus cos B plus cos C is equal to 1 plus R by R. How many of you know this? If you know this, it's okay. Otherwise, I'll explain. Do you know this or not?
No,
Do you know?
sir.
Dhananjay?
No, sir, we don't know. No, sir.
पार्श क्या बोल रहा है?
नहीं सर, नहीं बोला.
So let me at pace prove this. Cos A plus cos B plus cos C is equal to 1 plus small r by capital R. Now what I'm doing, I'm applying transformation to this. Applying transformation. Faster, writing direct steps here. 2 cos of A plus B by 2. 2 cos of A plus B by 2 is nothing but sine C by 2 into cos A minus B by 2 plus apply cos C formula in terms of sine 1 minus 2 sine squared C by 2. Write this one as it is. Take 2 sine C by 2 common and you will get cos of A minus B by 2 minus sine C by 2. Sine C by 2 can be written as cos of A plus B by 2 because sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. A plus B plus C is 180 degrees. We are making use of it. And 1 plus, this is cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. Cos A minus B minus cos A plus B is nothing but 2 sine A sine B. So finally you'll get it as 4 sine A by 2 sine B by 2 sine C by 2. Now I want to say this in terms of small r capital R. For small r I need capital R and multiplied and divided, and thereby you will get this. Small r formula 4r sine A by 2 sine B by 2 sine C by 2. Small r formula 4r sine A by 2 sine B by 2 sine C by 2. I replace this with r. So cos A plus cos B plus cos C is nothing but 1 plus small r by capital R. What is small r in radius? What is capital R? Circumradius. Please remember that as a standard result. That will be useful. Otherwise, what is to be done? You have to work out this. And I missed out almost 10 steps will be there to simplify this. But I wrote this with all direct steps. Within 3 steps, I simplified this. Okay. That's it. Now, these are called ascribed circles. Ascribed circles, incircle, circumcircle. One more important results that are to be remembered, please. Please listen carefully. It is better always you remember this as a standard result. And remember this as a standard result. How? Do anyone in the class? Do you tell me what is R1 in terms of sine cos? We don't have time. 4R sine A by 2 cos B by 2 cos C by 2. What is R2 in terms of sine and cos? 4R cos A by 2 sine B by 2 cos C by 2. So you will get cos C by 2 common here. For R cos C by 2 common. You will get sine of A plus B by 2 within the brackets. What is sine of A plus B by 2? Cos C by 2. So this is nothing but 4R cos square C by 2. So R1 plus R2 is 4R cos square C by 2, please. Rest of them cyclic order. Similarly, R1 minus R can also be remembered. Anyone, what is the common term you get like this? Anyone, please, in the class, you respond, I'll write that. R1 minus R, if you apply sine cos formula for this, what is the term you get common? That means you have forgotten the formula. You will get 4r sine a by 2 common, and you will get it as 4r sine square a by 2 finally. So what is the result here? What is the result here? R1 minus R is 4r sine square a by 2. R1 plus R2 is 4r cos square c by 2. So what is R1? Plus R2 plus R3 minus R. R1 plus R2 is already there, 4R cos square C by 2. R3 minus R. Anyone? Do you tell me similarly what is R? What should be R3 minus R? Anyone? Do you tell me the cyclic order?
4r sine square c by 2.
So you'll get 4R common. And thereby, this is 1. 4R into 1. 4R. If it is remembered, finally, what is that I wrote? R1 plus R2. 4R cos square C by 2. R3 minus R. 4R sine square C by 2. That's it. You must be knowing this. I need not to explain it. I think. Respond, please. Respond, whether you know this or not.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
These are the formula I applied just now. These are the formula I applied. Delta formula can also be remembered as for 2r square sin A sin B sin C. And one more formula missing here is that delta square is equal to R, R1, R2, R2. So delta square is equal to R, R1, R2, R2. That's it. Next. Pedal triangle. Pedal. It is taken from our Sanskrit word only. फूट है ना, फूट को हम संस्कृत में पाद बोलते हैं. पाद हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? हाँ बेटा, हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं यार? That is taken from that only. Pedal triangle. Pedal means where the foot of the perpendicular stands. Foot of the perpendicular stands here. Foot of the perpendicular stands here. Joining these three is nothing but the pedal triangle. हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं इसको? पूछा क्वेश्चन आपसे. क्या बेटा? पैर पैर बोलते हैं ना? अच्छा अच्छा.
हाँ.
पैर.
हाँ,
हाँ, उधर से आया. करेक्ट. Okay. So these are we will be doing anyway. Next, area of pedal triangle is given, and I don't think generally memory-based questions you will not have mostly in the advanced level examination. Only conceptual and theoretical questions will be there. if you want to remember now in properties of triangles, you will have 100 formula. What I'm saying, you will have 100 formula. Okay. So remember the main formula first. అరే చిన్ని తమిళనాడు ఫోన్ చేస్తున్నారు, నువ్వు చేయరా, ఈరోజు ఆ పుట్టినరోజు కదా. బేటా, X central triangle. X central triangle. What does it mean? First, X center opposite the vertex, where from a circle can be drawn like this. This is called X center opposite the vertex A. This is X center opposite the vertex B. It is X center opposite the vertex C. If you join this, this triangle is called X central triangle. This triangle is called X central triangle. Okay, because it is formed with X centers, it is called X central triangle. Okay, now you have to understand that the important thing to be remembered, whatever the internal angular bisector is there, whatever the internal angular bisector is there for triangle ABC, whatever the internal angular bisector is there for triangle ABC, that becomes the altitude for I1, I2, I3. That becomes altitude for I1, I2, I3. You can understand that through the construction. Through the construction, you can understand that. So, the point to be noticed is that in center, he did not mention it here, in center of triangle ABC, is equal to orthocenter of the X central triangle I1, I2, I3. Please. That's what the point to be remembered. It can be given directly in the objectives. Okay. That's it. So, let's move on to the problems. I think that is cyclic quadrilateral. I need not have to discuss, because you know that cyclic quadrilateral is that quadrilateral through which a circle passes through all the vertices of this quadrilateral. This is called cyclic quadrilateral. And sum of the opposite angles, of the quadrilateral must be 180 degrees. Angle A plus angle C, 180. Angle B plus angle C, 180. That is angle P, angle Q, angle S, he wrote. So that's what it is. Many formula like that, if you see now, you will become mad. Those many formula are there in properties of triangle. That is why we are not going to take all of that. And mainly Polymathe theorem. T is silent. Polymathe theorem. PR into QS is equal to PQ into RS is equal plus RQ into PS. Just say that. For a cyclic quadrilateral PQRS, this is PQRS. He has given ABC there. That is the Polymathe theorem. Just revising, please, revising. And whenever the problem comes, we will discuss that also. That's it. The theory part and the formula part are done according to me. The regular polygon. This is one of the key formula to be remembered. The sum of the interior angles of a regular polygon. Sum of the interior angles of a regular polygon is 2n minus 4 by number of sides into right angles. That is pi by 2. 2n minus 4 by n into pi by 2 radians. And capital R is a by 2 cosecant of pi by n. That is, you can understand that through the construction. Whenever the problem comes, we can construct it, no problem. But if you remember, that will be great. Length of each side of a regular polygon. Length of each side of a regular polygon is given by r is equal to a by 2 cot of pi by n. A be the length of each side, and from this one you can find out the length of the side. So through the construction we can do all this. Through the construction we can do all this, but this is the point to be remembered. Sum of the interior angles. Sum of the interior angles of a regular polygon of n sides is equal to 2n minus 4 by n into number of right angles. This 2 can also be cancelled. And you can even write it as n minus 2 by n into pi. Okay. That's it. Okay. Now, this is an important part of this. Important part of this. And even in the advance also, they don't give it as properties of triangles, but they mention it as solutions of triangles. Why solutions? When some data is given with regards to the triangle, is it possible to find out the rest of the data or not is the solution. For example, you want to find out small a, for example, and this is question mark, and you are given small b, small c, and capital A. These are given. Then whether it is possible to find out side A or not is nothing but the solution. So for this, I said no, this cosine rule is to be used. A square is equal to b square plus c square minus 2bc cosine. If you make use of it, you'll get small a. That is, the solution exists for this one. Okay. So how many types of solutions will be there for a triangle? This is different formulae will be used for this, whatever the formula we have learned. Solution of a right angle triangle, solution of a triangle in general. Solution of a right angle triangle, when two sides are given, obviously, you can find out the third side in a right angle triangle. I need not have to tell you that. Now, using Pythagoras theorem. So, when two sides are given, is it possible to find out the third side? Yes, if it is a right angle triangle, you can do that. You can do that. We are not going to go into details of this because with all common sense, we can work out these problems. When a side and an acute angle are given, when a side and an acute angle are given, this is small a, small c, small a. Then you can find out the rest of them. You can find out the rest of them using what all the formula we have learned. Okay. Now, how different cases you will come across. Solution of a triangle in general. When three sides are given, you can find out. When two sides and included angle C, when two sides AB and included angle C is given, you can find out all the sides. When one side A and two angles A and B are given, you can find out the rest of the parameters. So first of all, you tell me how many parameters will be there for a triangle. Small a, small b, small c, angle A, angle B, angle C. These are only the parameters of the triangle. Of course, to form with regards to the main parameters of the triangle. So among these 6, if 3 are given, you can find out the remaining 3. 3 are given, you can find out the remaining 3. Like that it is. Like that it is to be seen with regards to the solution of the triangle. If all the angles are given, if all are given to be angles, then you cannot find out the solution for this. Because then finitely many triangles will be formed. Ved bol raha tha wo. So when two sides and opposite, when two sides AB and angle A opposite to one side is given, then also you can find out. Okay. So different cases. Next special case is when A is an acute angle. Okay. When A is an obtuse angle, and all this, with all common sense, we can work out. Only thing, some ambiguous cases are to be recognized. Some ambiguous cases are to be recognized. They can be recognized using properties like this. If three angles ABC are given, we can only find the ratios of the sides ABC by using Sine Rule, since there are infinitely similar triangles possible. Since there are infinitely similar triangles possible. This is what you have to understand. Okay. Mainly. The rest of them, the triangular property, triangular inequality, A plus B less than C. And all these are to be used while finding the solutions of the triangles. Okay. That's all. Let's move on to the problems now. Yes, it is done. It is done, please. Now, let us move on to the problems. Single correct answer. While preparing for main examination, don't waste your time on properties of triangles, please. Be clear first. What is there in the syllabus, what is not there in the syllabus. Be clear, please. Be clear. If ABC, or the sides of the triangle ABC, and the roots of the equation A into B minus into x squared plus B into C minus A into x plus C into A minus B is equal to 0 or equal, then sine square A by 2 sine square B by 2 sine square C by 2 or in AP, GP, AGP, HP.
Yes, sir.
Got it there?
Discriminant equals 0.
Discriminant equals 0. Obviously.
And find out the relation, and then we'll have
Obviously.
to apply some formula, I guess.
Now that becomes very lengthy, Pash. What happens now? If you apply that, that will become very lengthy. And the short form here, very important with regards to quadratic equations is that. With regards to the quadratic equations is that. Ax squared plus if A plus B plus C is equal to 0, then x equal to 1 comma C by A, or the roots of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0.
Yes, sir.
Important property to be understood, and it is to be applied. It is to be applied here. How? Put x equal to 1 here. A plus b plus is 0. So if a plus b plus is 0, what is a root? If 1 is a root, let the other root be alpha. Then 1 into alpha, product of the roots. 1 into alpha, product of the roots is equal to c by a. So alpha is equal to c by a. So the roots are 1 comma c by a. So if a plus b plus c is equal to 0, then 1 comma c by a, or the roots of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. In this question, if you observe carefully, it is straight away the sum of the coefficients of the quadratic is 0. sum of the coefficients of the quadratic is 0, and hence we make use of this. Here a into b minus c plus b into c minus a plus c into a minus b is equal to 0 implies roots are 1 comma partial c into
A
a
upon
minus
B
b
minus.
divided by
A upon B minus.
Prathamesh a into b minus. Shahan,
Yes, sir.
and given that given that the roots are equal, 1 is equal to c into a minus b divided by a into b minus c. That's it. Come on. Anyone? Do you simplify this and tell me how this sine square a into sine square with sine square c by 2 or in? What happens if you simplify this? Anyone? Anyone? Do you respond? Respond, please.
Two A equals AB.
If you simplify this, AB minus AC is equal to AC minus AB. They are in AP. They are in HP. You will get, I think.
Yes, sir.
Check
They
it
are in
out, please. Check
HP.
it out.
Yes, sir. They are in HP.
2 by B is equal to 1 by A plus 1 by C. Implies
RA.
A, B, C
HP.
or in
सर उनके फिर
HP.
एंगल्स भी HP में हैं। हाँ नहीं बता नहीं सकते
एंगल्स के बारे में बता नहीं सकते बेटा. साइन ए बाई 2 के बारे में, साइन ए के बारे में बता सकते. Implies sin A, sin B, sin C are also, because they are proportional. Implies their reciprocals, of course. Sin square A by 2, sin square B by 2, sin square C by 2. If you let me do like this. Let me do like this. One moment. One moment. Do you tell me, anyone, what is sin square A by 2 formula? Respond, please, boys and girls. I should not have a feeling that I'm teaching to walls.
1 minus cos x by 2.
No, beta. In terms of half angles.
हाँ
ये है ना बेटा?
यस सर है.
हाँ सर
है कि नहीं?
हाँ सर
तो हम क्या करें? ये लेके आना है फाइनली. ये लेके आना है बेटा. तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ इधर? S minus B, S minus C by BC चाहिए. तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ इधर? इसको 1 by A, 1 by B, 1 by C और in respond please, respond.
समझा सर.
AP
AP. ABC से multiply करो. I'll show you like this. Simply I'll write a step so that you will understand everything.
तो BC CA और AB AP में आ जाएंगे
Multiply throughout. multiply throughout with what I'm saying. If I multiply with ABC, you will get BC here, CA here, AB here, and okay, S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. Just a moment. This is multiply with minus and add S, please. Implies add S, please. Add S. That will remain in AP only. S minus A by A. S minus B by B. S minus C by C. Or in AP. Now you multiply with, you'll get it now. Yes. Multiply with now I need BC in the denominator. ABC. Just observe this carefully, please. Observe this carefully, everyone, and you respond. After me writing that, please respond. Multiply with ABC whole divided by S minus A, S minus B, S minus C.
Yes, sir.
हाँ बेटा, आप देख सकते हैं इसको मैं मल्टीप्लाई किया बेटा, ये कैंसिल हो जाएगा, BC बाय S माइनस B, S माइनस से आएगा, देखो ये.
Yes, sir.
अरे यार रेस्पॉन्ड हो जाए यार, कम से कम इतना मेहनत करके मैं लिख रहा हूं उधर, आप तो कम से कम रेस्पॉन्ड हो जाए यार, रेस्पॉन्ड हो जाओ. जो मैं मल्टीप्लाई किया क्यों किया आप बता. साइन स्क्वायर A by 2 का फॉर्मूला पूछा तो पार्श ने कुछ अलग फॉर्मूला बोल रहा था. ठीक है, वो भी करेक्ट है, 1 माइनस कॉस A डिवाइडेड बाई 2, वो तो मल्टीपल एंड सब मल्टीपल एंगल्स में आएगा. लेकिन इधर तो हमको ये हाफ एंगल्स का फॉर्मूला चाहिए. सो हाफ एंगल्स का फॉर्मूला रूट के साथ आएगा, रूट और S माइनस बी एस माइनस सी बाई बी सी, स्क्वायर है ना तो रूट निकल जाएगा. सो S माइनस बी बाई एस माइनस सी बाई बी सी आएगा. तो उसके बाद ये इससे मल्टीप्लाई करने से, इससे मल्टीप्लाई करने से ये टर्म निकल जाएगा, लेकिन रेसिप्रोकल आएगा. लेकिन रेसिप्रोकल आएगा बेटा. ए इधर से इधर आएगा. तो आप बताओ, अभी ये तो एपी में है लेकिन हमको मिल रहा है उल्टा. ये तो एपी में है, हमको मिल रहा है उल्टा. सो व्हाट इज दैट वी नीड? उल्टा का उल्टा करना है. तो एपी में रहेगा, जीएचपी में रहेगा आंसर.
रेसिप्रोकेट हो जाएगा.
दैट्स ग्रेट.
हाँ, उसका उल्टा रहेगा. 1 by sin square A by 2.
सो व्हाट इज द आंसर? वे
HP.
सो रहा है क्या? अरे पाश, धनंजय, जहान, साक्षी,
HP.
संस्कार,
HP में आएगा सर.
रचित नहीं है क्लास में. Finally, you will get it in terms of HP. So your answer is HP there, single correct answer. So this is the method you have to understand. And now, is it possible To verify this is the method I taught you. What I'm saying now, this can be straight away given in your board examination. If it is given in the board examination, it is to be done like this. It is to be done like this. But is there any possibility of cross verification here? Now we know that these are in, what are they? Small a, small b, small c, or in HP. We got this result here. Just see that. 2 by b is equal to 1 by a plus 1 by c. A, B, C are in HP. A, B, C are in HP, please. So you can go for cross verification by taking ABC as 2, 4, 8. Just check it out. 2, 4, 8 means, what is 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2, please? Just respond. 4 LCM,
Minus
1
1 by 4.
minus. ठीक है. और what is 1 by 8 minus 1 by 4?
Minus 3 by 8.
8 LCM.
Minus 1 by
क्या
8.
बेटा? तो इक्वल नहीं है. एक मिनट.
2, 3 और 2, 3 और 6.
हाँ मैं बताया था आपसे. 2, 3, 6 है वो. हाँ ये शॉर्टकट है. ये प्रोग्रेशंस में बताया था ये. ABC के जगह में 2, 3, 6 लेके कर सकते हैं आप. हाँ बेटा, इधर तक तो पहुंचना ही चाहिए. बोर्ड में है तो ये सब करना पड़ता है, लेकिन ऑब्जेक्टिव में करना है. आप 2, 3, 6 ले सकते हैं, इधर ही स्टार्ट करके 2, 3, 6 लेके कर सकते हैं, लेकिन HP तक आना चाहिए. HP तो मालूम होना चाहिए. 2, 3, 6 लेने के बाद ये मिल गया, B मिल गया, C मिल गया, तो आपको S भी मिल जाएगा. S मिलने के बाद आप साइन स्क्वायर A बाई 2 मालूम कर सकते हैं, साइन स्क्वायर B बाई 2 मालूम कर सकते हैं, साइन स्क्वायर C बाई 2 मालूम कर सकते हैं. उधर से आपको HP पता चलेगा. ठीक है ना? That's a short form, please. That is the short form. Okay? Done. That's it. Next one. Please see that, every one of you. A minus B is given to be 120 degrees and capital R is equal to 8 small r. The value of 1 plus cos C by 1 minus cos C. All symbols used have their usual meaning in a triangle. One plus cos A by 1 minus cos A. Anyone, do you tell me what is its simplified value?
tan square C by 2. फिर हम हाँ
Tan नहीं बेटा, cot है.
और फिर उसका फॉर्मूला ये डिवाइड.
लेकिन मेरे ख्याल से cot का भी यूज नहीं होगा, इसको डायरेक्टली मालूम करना पड़ता है. ले देखेंगे क्या होगा. Let us write it. That's it. So now A minus B 120 and R is equal to 8R. Let us write tangent rule. Anyone? Do you tell me tangent rule in terms of this?
A
Tan
minus b by 2 equals a minus b upon a plus
minus
b
b upon
dot c by 2.
which implies that a minus b by 2 means is root 3 now. 120 degrees given already. So root 3 is equal to a minus b by a plus b cot c by 2. What is the use of this?
You can find a minus b and a plus b.
क्या बेटा फिर से बता
a minus b a
What's it
plus b
you're
अब ढूंढ सकते हैं ना उन्होंने दूसरा इंफॉर्मेशन भी दिया है r equals 8r. So we can use साइन रूल से r का वैल्यू निकाल सकते हैं और फिर कर सकते हैं.
You don't think so? Let me check. What is its value now according to this? If you replace capital R with 8 small r, then you'll get 8, no? Small r by capital R, sorry. So what is that you get? 1 plus small r by capital R means it is 1 by 8. 9 by 8. If you apply the formula 2 cos cos a plus cos b, this one factorization formula, 2 cos a plus b by 2, that is 2 sine c by 2. Cos of a minus b by 2. Cos of a minus b by 2 is cos 120 by 2. Cos 60 is 1 by 2 plus cos c. Now this 2 to getting cancelled. Come on, tell me now, anyone, after this, what is to be done? Sine c by 2. And write it as 1 minus 2 sine square c by 2 is equal to 9 by 8. Can you solve and tell me sine c by 2 value? If you get sine c by 2, it is done. It is done, please. 2 sine square c by 2, bring it to other side. This is 16 sine square c by 2. And it is minus 8 sine c by 2. And it is plus 8 is there, 9 minus 8, 1 is equal to 0. Anyone, please? Anyone? What should it be now?
minus 1 volts.
I
Cosine
think
c by 2 minus 1 the whole square.
correct. Beta. Implies sin c by 2 का वैल्यू निकल गया 1 by 4. That's it. If you know sin c by 2, the rest of them you can find out. We need 1 plus cos c by 1 minus cos c. Anyone, do you tell me the final answer now? I got it sin c by 2. There is no use with this one, I think. There is no use with this one because I got the idea because a minus b is given there. And no use of it. Sin c by 2 you got, and thereby you can write cos c by 2 also from this one. If you write this one now, this one, cot c by 2 can be written as cosecant square c by 2 minus 1. That cosecant square c by 2 minus 1 is nothing but cosecant square c by 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1 by sine square c by 2. 1 by sine square c by 2 is nothing but 16 minus 1, 15. That's it, make use of it now. So what will it be? 15 answer. Among all the topics now, this properties of triangles in advanced level definitely lengthy. Minus 1. 16 minus 1. So your answer is 15. Sometimes you have to go with the wrong ideas also like this. It's no way useful. No way useful. So that is the reason why sometimes the question is made with some standard results. The question is made with some standard results. Here the question is made with this result. Which result? Cos A plus cos B plus cos C is equal to 1 plus small r by capital R. Remember, please remember. 1 plus small r by capital R. Most important one. You can easily remember this. That's it, please. It is done. No. Next. Cos A plus sin A minus of minus 2 divided by cos B plus sin B is equal to 0. Then A plus B by C. A plus B by C means it's Molwitz rule. Think of it, please. Let us write this in this form. Cos A plus sin A. Very small question to you, boys and girls. What I did, I have increased the size of the screenshot just for better visibility when compared to the previous classes. Is this good or the previous one also better? I mean to say previous one चलेगा नहीं तो ऐसा होने से अच्छा दिख रहा है. When compared to the previous classes.
सर चलेगा.
The previous one भी चलेगा. ठीक है, क्योंकि इधर स्पेस कम हो रहा है इसके लिए. ये बड़ा कर दिया इसको. Yes. Now I have taken LCM there. Now this one, if you see cos A cos B plus sin A sin B is there. Plus sin A cos B plus cos A sin B is equal to 2. Which implies cos of A minus B plus sine of A plus B. Maximum value is 1. So if it is to be 2 now, if it is to be 2, they must take maximum value. Otherwise, not possible. Implies therefore cos of A minus B is equal to 1. Sine of A plus B is equal to 1. Implies A minus B is equal to 0. Cos 0 is 1. Sine of A plus B is sine C. Sine of A plus B is sine C. So angle C 90. Therefore, A is equal to B is equal to 45 degrees and C is equal to 90 degrees. That's it, it is done.
Root 2
It is done, please. Now you know the values.
ना फिर
बोलो
रूट 2 हो गया ना आंसर फिर
क्या बेटा
रूट 2 हो गया ना आंसर फिर
हाँ no, from this itself we can say I think लेकिन by 2 रहेगा उधर. So A plus B by C is equal to sine A plus sine B means sine 45 plus sine 45 divided by sine 91. That's the answer. 2 by root 2 answer. पांच तो जो बोला मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया क्या बोला
नहीं रूट 2 ही बोला मैंने आंसर नहीं रूट 2 बोला मैंने आंसर
रूट 2 बोला क्या ठीक है
हां
that's it. So it is only simplification. The technique again, the with regards to the range of the functions, and we got the values of A, B, and C. And after getting the values of A, B, and C, everything can be done. That's it. Next, R is equal to, in a triangle ABC with usual notations, small r is equal to 1 and R1 is equal to 7, capital R is equal to 3, then the triangle ABC is, okay, anyone please? Just now I said one formula. Consider R1 minus R, please. Consider R1 minus R. Is equal to 4R sine square A y. Because the formula is utilized here, let me show you the derivation of it within one step so that you will not be forgetting it. R1 formula 4R sine A by 2, sine B by 2, sine C by 2. Minus R formula 4R. I wrote wrong. Even then you are just gazing, seeing. देख रहे हैं बस. Cos B by 2, cos C by 2. Minus 4R sine A by 2, sine B by 2, sine C by 2. Now, what is the term you get common here, please? Respond. 4R साइन ए बाई ब्रैकेट में क्या आएगा कॉस ए कॉस बी माइनस साइन ए साइन कॉस ऑफ बी प्लस सी बाई टू आएगा. तो वही बोल रहा था मैं cos of b plus c by 2 is nothing but sin a by 2. Sin a by 2 into sin a by 2. Sin square a by 2. So you can make use of this. R1 minus R is nothing but.
और
R1
राइट
minus
एंगल
R is nothing but 4R
राइट
sin
एंगल
square
होंगे
a
ना
by 2.
फिर
बोलो बेटा.
सब्स्टिट्यूट करके सिर्फ a का वैल्यू 90 आता है.
So 7 minus 1 is equal to 4 into 3 into sin square a by 2.
का वैल्यू 5 है.
Sine square a by 2 is nothing but 6 by 12, 1 by 2. Therefore, you can straight away write sine a by 2, 1 by root 2 implies a by 2 is equal to 45 degrees or 135 degrees. Plus or minus, no? Minus 1 by root 2 नहीं लेने की जरूरत नहीं है, छोड़ दो. A is equal to 90 degrees. So this is a right angle triangle and this problem is totally based on this. That is why it is inevitable that in properties of triangles some results ought to be remembered as standard results. It is inevitable. It is a right angled triangle. Done. A is to B is to C, 4 is to 5 is to 6. The ratio of the radius of the circumcircle to that of the incircle.
सर cos रूल लगा के वो लगाना है cos a plus cos b plus cos c equals 1 plus r by r.
हाँ, correct है बेटा.
थोड़ा लेंदी जाएगा ये वो 4 5 6 को हम हाँ इक्वल्स टू के
वो ब्रैकेट छोड़ सकते हैं
फर्क नहीं
क्योंकि
पड़ता
रेशियो है
सीधा
ना सब में
सब्स्टिट्यूट ही
वो
कर
रेशियो
सकते हैं.
देने की जरूरत नहीं डायरेक्टली ले लो वैल्यूज. हाँ वैल्यूज डायरेक्टली ले लो. हमको क्या चाहिए कैपिटल
तो
आर बाई
तीनों
स्मॉल आर
कॉस
चाहिए
ढूंढना
ना.
पड़ेंगे पहले और फिर वो रिजल्ट लगाना पड़ेगा.
Is there any other go cos A plus cos B plus cos?
नहीं सर ये
अगर r को पार्श अगर स्मॉल r को कैपिटल R टर्म्स में लेके आए तो आसान हो जाता है ना. स्मॉल r को कैपिटल R टर्म्स में मतलब 4r से डेल्टा बाय s इज देयर ना बेटा वो हो जाएगा. एक मिनट. डेल्टा बाय s लेने से आपको r का वैल्यू निकलेगा एबीसी बाई 4 आ रहा है. हो जाता है एबीसी बाई 4 आ रहा है तो r का वैल्यू भी निकल जाएगा. ठीक है देखेंगे. हाँ बेटा. Delta, let me write directly delta with mind calculation please, and taking the square root. Yes means 15 by 2, yeah. S minus A means 15 by 2 minus 4, 15 minus 8, 7 by 2. 15 by 2 minus 5, 5 by 2. 15 by 2 minus 6, 3 by 2. एक 4 तो बाहर आएगा इधर. 15 में से एक 5 बाहर आएगा. एक 3 बाहर आएगा. 7 रूट में रह गया क्या? ये करेक्ट है ना जो मैं लिखा? यस, a plus b plus c by 2. 15 by 2 minus 4. 15 minus 8. करेक्ट है ना बेटा? That's root 7
Yes.
delta square units.
Yes.
So r is equal to delta by s. 15 root 7 r is equal to delta by s. Yes means 15 by 2. So your r becomes to simplify that 15 getting cancelled. 2 goes for 2 times. So your r is equal to root 7 by 2. Keep it like that. Next, delta, another formula, ABC by 4r. Delta is equal to ABC by 4r. What is delta here, please? 15 root 7 by 4. Is equal to 4 into 5 into 6 divided by 4r. Cancel it off. Wherever possible, 4 getting cancelled. This goes for 2 times. R is equal to root 7 by 8. That's it.
16 by
Tell me the answer,
7.
please. Anyone?
16 by 7.
हमको क्या चाहिए? कैपिटल R by small r चाहिए. Root 7 by 8 by root 7 by 2 means 16, huh? Yeah. By root 7 by 2
8 by root 7
by
आता है ना R. 8 by root 7
क्या
आता है
बेटा?
ना. 8 by root 7.
Root 7 by 8 by root 7 by 2.
अपने कैपिटल R
जरा गड़बड़ है
root
जरा.
7.
हाँ, ये गलत लिखा मैं. 8 by root 7 है. ये गलत लिखा बेटा. 8 by root 7. अब हो जाता है. संस्कार करेक्ट है कि नहीं?
Master correct.
अभी r by r कर दिया तो 8 by root 7 by 16 by पार्श. ये जो आपने बताया वैसा भी आएगा बेटा,
हाँ,
लेकिन
सर.
बहुत लंबा हो जाता है. This is better. This is the better method. So that's it. Next. This one, please. Angle B is given to be 90 degrees. Angle B 90 degrees. And what else given? Nothing given. Of course, it's a triangle A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degrees. Now, anyone, just now I derived this R1 plus R3 formula. For R, just you can have mind calculation also, beta. R1 का sin cos formula बताओ. Anyone in the class, please respond. I repeat, R1 का sin cos formula बताओ. 4R sin A by 2 cos B by 2 cos C by 2. R3 का बताओ. 4R cos A by 2 cos B by 2 sin C by 2. तो क्या कॉमन आएगा बेटा ये दोनों में? अब नहीं बता रहे मतलब you are not thorough in the formula. Cos square B by 2 आएगा. But what is angle B? 90. So cos square 45. 1 by root 2 whole square. 1 by 2 is nothing but 2R. That's it. What's the final answer?
Pi/3.
पूरा प्रॉब्लम करने के बाद cos inverse R upon cos inverse R upon 2R is nothing but cos inverse 1 by 2 is nothing but pi by 3. Questions are simple but totally formulae oriented. These are all formulae oriented. In the next session, I'll be taking some more conceptual problems also.
Yes sir, पूरा फॉर्मूला ही अभी याद नहीं है सर, वही प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है.
वही है बोल रहा हूँ ना. ठीक है. Please remember, at least when I'm teaching this, try to visualize them. Try to visualize. That's it. Next. A circle is inscribed in an equilateral triangle of side 6 units.
You can find out the value of R.
This is an equilateral triangle. A circle is inscribed. Inscribed. And then class long, I know, current for this. Okay. The area of the square inscribed in this circle. Wow. Square is inscribed. So this is to be understood that because it is an equilateral triangle, the problem goes easy for you to solve. The center will be the centroid, and exactly if you draw the diagram, these three must be collinear. I'll make it like that. Which one I'm talking about? This one. This is the centroid joining the vertex. Now I am making the square. Because it is an equilateral triangle, it may not be looking like a square, but for the sake of the diagram, I'm doing it like this. For the sake of the working, not diagram. This is a square, please. Don't say that it has a rectangle. It's a square. Now you have to find out the area of any square inscribed in this circle. That's what it is. So what is the data given? Equilateral triangle side is given. Equilateral triangle side is given to be 6 units. This is 6 units. Now drop another perpendicular from this centroid to the base like this. This is the perpendicular. When it is the perpendicular, obviously this will become 3 units. Okay, and this is what is the length of this
2:1 रेशियो में डिवाइड करता है
2:1 रेशियो में डिवाइड करता है
तो एल्टीट्यूड का लेंथ होगा 6 cos 30 होगा 3 और उसको 2:1 में करोगे तो 1 होगा आई गेस 6 cos 30 नहीं cos 30
नहीं तो ये 30 डिग्री ले लो, इधर हो जाता है। एक मिनट ये 30 डिग्री ले लो। ये 30 डिग्री ले लिया तो if you take cot tan 30
√3 आता है
3 √3 हो जाता है। tan 30 √3 आता है। ये √3 हो गया तो ये राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल है 9 + 3 12 ये 2 √3 हो जाएगा। ये पूरा लेंथ
सिमिलैरिटी
अभी इधर से
सिमिलैरिटी
similar triangles you can make use of, but any other go for that. If you know this length, it will be done. If you know this length, this is circle radius is not to us. Circle radius is not to us.
ढूंढना पड़ेगा
बोलो बेटा कौन वेद बोल रहा था? वेद का नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम है यार।
वेद कुछ नहीं समझ रहा।
6 आएगा ना आंसर।
आंसर 6 आएगा।
हेलो सर।
ठीक है देखेंगे।
हेलो सर।
हाँ बोलो बेटा।
यस सर डायगोनल 2√3 होगा।
2 √3 लिख दिया ना इधर। डायगोनल 2 √3 है। हमको स्क्वायर का एरिया चाहिए। स्क्वायर का एरिया अगर ये 30 डिग्री है तो ये भी 30 डिग्री होता है। ये भी 30 डिग्री होगा। अगर ये 30 डिग्री हो गया तो
Side root 6.
Sine Rule 6.
जीबी का लेंथ 2√3 है और ए भी 30 डिग्री है।
सर हम स्मॉल आर का वैल्यू ढूंढ सकते हैं ना फॉर्मूला से, एंगल से।
का वैल्यू ढूंढ सकते हैं ना फॉर्मूला से, एंगल से।
वही है, वही कर रहा हूं मैं। अभी इसको आर ले लो, इसको आर ले लेंगे, ये 30 डिग्री है। लेकिन ये हाइट पता नहीं हमको, ये भी रेडियस है ना?
हाँ सर।
ये भी रेडियस है, ये भी रेडियस है।
हाँ सर।
रेडियस पता है, √3 हो गया ना बेटा?
√3 हाँ।
r इज इक्वल टू √3 हो गया।
√3
ये
हाँ।
√3 है, √3 है तो हो गया, हो गया।
क्या 6 है आंसर फिर?
इट्स डन।
क्या 6 है आंसर फिर?
हाँ बस। r is equal to √3. Relation between the diagonal and side of a square. √2x है ना, length of the diagonal.
हाँ।
Length of diagonal of a square is equal to √2x, implies √2x is equal to √3. So √2x is equal to √3. X is equal to √6. Therefore, area is equal to 6 square units. That's it. Six square units, please. Okay. Is that? Okay. We'll continue on the next session.
Happy New Year.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Wish you all the
Thank you,
same.
sir.
Wish you all the same. Bye bye. Enjoy.
Happy New
Enjoy the
Year.
day. Enjoy the day.
Happy New Year.
Wish you the same, beta. Thank you, beta. Thank you. Wish you the same. Priyanshi, Sakshi. Happy New Year. Happy and successful New Year. Successful New Year, particularly 2021 for you all.